What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and there's a lot of things going on with Madden 26 right now, more than just the gameplay, but expect a title update tomorrow. That's when it's supposed to be coming out, allegedly. So maybe some of the things within the gameplay is going to be fixed. One of the things that concern me, though, is the fact that EA goes out of their way to continue to try to, more or less take away instead of give the community something. I'm going to explain to you guys what's going on. So all of a sudden, right, before it used to happen rarely where there were a lot of platinum packs and stuff like that to help you get coins, kind of to try to deter the coin sellers or whatever. Maybe that's what they were doing, but now it's happening too often. But this right here is totally unacceptable. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. All right. They want you to spend 80,000 coins every time for a chance at this kicker. Now, some of you guys have already reported that you pulled him on the second try, 160K. Great. His kick power is excellent. All that stuff like that. He is a limited, right? He should be able to be purchased. Why would they put out B&D limiteds? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I know some of you guys have been dealing with it in college football. This is not college football. This is Madden Ultimate Team. And again, do I want the kicker? I do. So what happened was this, right? I'm going to tell you, before I knew that he was only B&D, I bought one pack and I pulled the Josh Allen because I wasn't certain if they were going to give us the other cards also as B&D or only him. Well, I got news for you. Every card is B&D. Now, this is where it gets complicated, right? It's 270 training, I think. We're going to take a look at Josh Allen's card in a second for that 85 that I pulled. Now, that's a really good card if I don't already have a quarterback. But because I do have a quarterback, it makes no sense. So having a B&D Josh Allen is just pretty much like, yo, what are we doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Because everyone knows at this point, Jalen Hurts is probably the best quarterback in the game. Like, Jalen Hurts is probably going to be one of the more, I guess, usable QBs, even with the addition of Michael Vick dropping this weekend because of 2K, he's probably going to be one of the more usable quarterbacks once you max him out, which I already have, right? So for me, it doesn't matter. So if I wanted to then re-roll that 270, it still doesn't really yield that much. It doesn't give you anything back. So pretty much all you're doing is throwing coins at EA. Because believe this, right? Some of you guys are going to spend a lot of coin. Now, the value of his card, realistically, as a limited with that type of kick power, would be over 1 million coins. I get that. But what I'm saying is it's going to affect the game negatively because now they're forcing people to pay for something that everyone doesn't have access to. It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense. I don't know who's making the decision or what's actually going on, but again, I haven't seen this until now. Again, I did not play college football. So for those of you guys telling me that it's already been happening, I had no idea they were doing this. The bottom line is we can't support it because it doesn't make any sense. A lot of what they do already doesn't make any sense, but this is extremely ridiculous. This has to be stopped as soon as possible because if we decide, right, say a lot of you guys are grinding, no money spent. Some of you guys are staying in the events, all that stuff, right? Say you only have 1 million coins and you roll all of that and you just get a bunch of, 82s, 83s, whatever EA likes to give out. It doesn't really matter. You get a bunch of garbage, right? If those cards weren't B&D, you would have value regardless of what the cards were. You would be able to put them in the sets when they drop, team builders, whatever, team diamonds. You would have some place to put those cards. Now you don't. So you're pretty much throwing your money away, right? And whichever, depending on the type of team you have or whatever it is just going to keep getting worse because you don't have any other value. And even if you get decent pulls, because it's B&D, you don't get the full amount of what the training is. So you continue to go in this cycle and it's really nasty work. So I'm just letting you guys know, I bought the one pack before I knew that you couldn't actually just go buy them. You have to actually pull this card. As of right now, you actually have to do that. This right here, when it comes to like one of the most diabolical things I've seen, this is up there pretty high. It's already enough that they're forcing the B&Ds and stuff on us when they used to have it where you could get a non-auctionable, non-tradable and just put it in the set. Now they just give you cards only for your team. There is no guaranteed sources for this item. You have to spend coins that a lot of you guys just don't have in order to get the card. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's not like they did something where it's like, yo, play this challenge that's really, really hard, play through this or whatever to make it so it's another way to get them. You got to keep spending 80,000 coins. So now I ask you, if you don't have coins, what are you going to do? Obviously, buying coins is against the EA terms of service. You're going to get banned, right? So what do? The logical thing to do would be to go and buy those platinum packs to get coins to then put into the game that you get no return on. The only thing that makes sense about this whole situation is that the kicker, Cam Little, he's going to be good until probably, I guess, Thanksgiving. Because his kick power is 89 and it's absolutely ridiculous. So no matter what's in your lineup right now, you can go through your lineup. It won't matter. That kicker is going to be good regardless. So that is the only thing that makes sense out of it if you decide to put the coins into it. But because everything is B&D, it really is bad. This is what I pulled when I first tried it. Now look at it, bro. 270 training. What kind of value is that? It doesn't make any sense. All of it is nonsense. Everything about it. It's a very, 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 very bad decision. So although I do want the kick power, I don't know how I'm going to get it. Because I really just don't want to do that because it's going to be encouraging everyone to do it and there really is no value in it. Now, realistically, right, just overall, a lot of people were probably utilizing the pack and getting a ton of B&Ds because they took it down originally and then put it back. So they probably put it back with worse odds. So now it's probably even more disgusting. So now you're going to be getting even lower and lower overalls. What are you going to do with that? It doesn't make any sense. Why are they continuously trying to take away from bro, we're literally feeding them money. Like, how much do you want? Dude, at some point, you got to stop, right? I would assume like, yo, bro, because why would they make the D tackle limited? You could buy him, you could do whatever, but then the kicker, they make him a B&D limited. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are we doing right now? None of it really makes any sense. And then all they keep doing is adding platinum packs in there. So they're like, yeah, buy this so that you're getting coins. No, don't buy anything. It doesn't make any sense. Look at the training values. So I pulled the 85, I get 270. Okay, I try to get a 76 plus, it's gonna be probably a 68. You know what I'm saying? The training shuffle's not giving us anything. Mystery packs disappear like it's Houdini. I don't know what they're like, bro. This is the thing. You guys do what you want. I'm just making you guys aware, as I always do, that it's probably a very bad decision to invest in having a whole team of B&Ds that's going to ultimately just cost you coins and yield you nothing. That's ultimately what I'm doing. You let me know your decision. How do you feel about Team of the Week and them doing this? Should they continue it? Let me know. I'm going to talk to you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.